debate and desirability of Ogun West Senatorial District to produce the governor of Ogun State come 2019. More so when it was considered that since Ogun State was created February 3rd, 1976, Ogun East has produced 2 executive governors, Chief Olabisi Onabanjo and Otunba Gbenga Daniel, and Ogun Central has also produced twice in the persons of Aremo Obasanjo and the incumbent Senator Ibikunle Amosun. The closest to the position that Ogun West had come was the deputy governor to Otunba Daniel in 2003 to 2011. The question now is it out of place for Ogun West to request for the ceding of the governorship seat to her in 2019 in the spirit of justice, fairness, and equity? Therefore, the theme for this symposium is aptly tagged: Ogun West for governor in 2019. Is it a reality or a myth?
It is unfortunate that YEWA Descendants, one is political, one is legal. YEWA is political. On the books of law, it's Egbado. But we know why YEWA came into existence about 15 years ago. There's need for unity if any group is going to make it. And we mean serious unity. But when everybody is still by himself, everybody is saying, I'm from here, I'm not from here. Until you unite together, you cannot get anywhere. Now, let us look, what is the strength of YEWA Descendants? The strength of YEWA is not inside YEWA, it is outside YEWA. Who are the neighbors? Who are the friends? Because population-wise, YEWA cannot elect a governor. Politically, we have to work hard. Like I said, the strength of YEWA is outside of YEWA's territory. Since they are friendly with their neighbors, they are a likable group, and there has been no land disputes. So let us use that strength to build YEWA up. How about the weaknesses of YEWA? Disunity is the strongest weakness of YEWA.
YEWA or Ogun West for governor, is it real? So that is a question. The answer can be yes or no. And the second one, which is of interest to me, is me. Why do we want to be governor from Ogun West? Is it because we feel neglected? Is it because they have not been fair to us? Is it because they are failing in the laws of equity? Is it because of justice or what we call injustice? Have we tried in the past? Why did we fail in our past efforts? How do we realize this desire, which is the reality this time around? Or are we ready to correct the wrongs of the past so that our efforts will not be a myth? So these are the questions that I will attempt to answer.
All right, but I want to use this medium to salute the courage and appreciate the YEWAs for the political maturity, despite the fact that they have been shortchanged all this while. By destiny. By destiny. I will not say by their bars. It's just destiny. And by the emotional submission of my professor, I want to appreciate you. As an activist, I want to believe that an injury to one is an injury to all. It is on the side of YEWA now If it were to be on the Egba too will fight. Abi? And I want to appreciate your diplomatic fight. It's diplomacy you applied. Having said that, I want to see it as an injustice of man to man. Injustice of man to man. If we ask ourselves, was this the legacy our forefathers, political fathers, bequeathed to us? No. But because of the greed and because of the fact that I want to take it on, in those days, in the days of Awolowos and Coes, winners don't take all. They are always sympathetic of others. They want to carry everybody along. But today, reverse is the case. YEWA's political situation can be likened to Nigerian political situation, where the political terrain is dominated by the north and the south. Who are the north? Who are the south? When you go to the south, one hour the president is elect. And when you go to south, tí ìbá ṣe kú Yar'Adua, ta ló bí báyìí sá kó wá jẹ president Nigeria. Torí náà ńkọ́, àdúrà tá a máa gbà náà ni pé kí destiny mi ní kéèyàn kú o, kí destiny kó gbé Yewa débi ire. Àbẹ́bọ̀.
Is it for the development of our dear state, Ogun State? And if it is for the development of Ogun State, then where is the place of this agitation? What are we talking about? What does it matter who becomes governor in 2019 in Ogun State? I asked, is Ogun State not part of Nigeria? Don't we have a constitution in Nigeria? The Nigerian constitution of the 1999 constitution as amended, section 177, did not even say an Ogun indigene should be a governor in Ogun State. It says a Nigerian person who is a Nigerian by birth can become a governor in any state of the federation. And the way we are dragging this thing, if care is not taken, somebody will rise up from Jigawa and say Ogun State is not settled and want to contest based on the constitution of Nigeria. Okay. Let's continue.
Initially, I was sympathetic to that cause, generally speaking. But as things move on, I saw it in a broader light that YEWA for Governor 2019 is a myth, and I mean it. That senatorial district has never been the basis of governance in Nigeria or basis for administration in any state. It's only applicable at the federal level for administrative governance for federal system, not at state level where governance is. History told us that it used to be consistent provinces in Ogun State, Ijebu and Egba provinces, and it goes back to the YEWA, Ijebu, and the other likes. If YEWA wants to get it done and get it right, he should not see the Ijebus as his own enemy. He should go and see how to go and align properly with the Egbas. That's where they are going to get their bite. And that's the truth. In 2011, they had it very right. They had it very right. They had the opportunity at that particular time, who are not too young, of the political situation at that particular time. But they did not get it right, but they allowed the Egbas to overshadow them and actually took it.
It is nothing short of a call to fairness, equity, justice. You cannot be a Democrat in Abuja and be a tribalist in Ogun State. If we want it well with our people, we cannot be selective in our choice of fairness and justice. The reason Nigeria is where it is today is because we have abdicated from fairness, from merit, from equity, and from justice. I have been in a situation where I've been a minority for 35 years. I know what it is to be a minority. I know what it is for your rights and privileges to be neglected. It is the obligation of the majority to make sure there is fairness, because the weak is weak, because the weak is weak. You cannot say in a situation where there is a structural barrier, either in population, either in local government structure, either in whatever form you have it, that because a people are disadvantaged, it is their fault that they do not prosper. It is not fair. The issue of YEWA as governor of Ogun State, I would say, is beyond myth. It is the practical imperatives of how to make it a reality. And by the mercy of God, it shall be a reality, whether people like it or not. Because fairness and equity demand so. And we must also recognize that every division or district, or however you classify it, in Ogun State is capable of producing a government. There will not be peace in the land. Let us be fair to ourselves. We are fellow travelers together in the journey of equity in Nigeria. You cannot advocate for justice in Abuja and be inequitable in Ogun State. Forget about being Remo, forget about being Ijebu, forget about being Ega. Justice is non-discriminatory.